I'm going to be doing a horizontal composition, and I'm drawing out 4 edges. Let's do the one on the lower left at the top. What I like about this one, this downward motion, the framing of the trees, I'm going to emphasize the ones that I think give the space a little bit more structure. I took these photos in Utah. It was so muddy. It was so muddy that it was difficult to walk. And I'm going to do a little bit of value. This is a lot more impressionistic. Depending on the subject matter you're doing, you may need to really shift your technique. Let's do the one in the lower left-hand corner that's in the middle, brick path over here on the left, because I love how crooked this is. I do think the depth is a little bit easier to see. And I think what I'm going to do is take the thumbnail in the upper right, and I'm going to stick it here. Like, you see this like really dark, like this is a creepy place. This is sort of like the fire swamp in The Princess Bride. Rodents of unusual size. This top part is from one photo and this lower part is from another. And let me put something here on the right. I'm going to take from the photo on the left at the top. Because a lot of people ask me, how do you get your reference photos and your drawing to feel more original? The surefire way to do that is to use multiple photos. This is pretty dark, so I'm going to fill this whole section in. I'm going to accentuate these bricks. I like how the ones on the bottom are like really large. I'm breaking down this landscape as a series of areas of values. This side I'm doing right now is like middle gray, and then this up here is like dark. So what I'm trying to do is divide up the space. I do think if your final media is going to be color, then definitely I would recommend a value study and then follow up with a color study. This time I am going to use the path that's in this photo. I do like this hay. This is a good way to look at the direction of the hay. Notice that I'm showing the upward motion of the hay. Let's put 2 paths. So I'm going to put another path down here. It's going to be a small one. And now I'm going to draw from the one on the lower left in the middle. This is going to be a smaller path. That's sort of weird. I don't think I like that. It looks too much like a collage. Let's do the photo in the lower left. I had some family members who were stargazing. Jupiter was the first time in 100 years. I can't remember what it was, but it was in the news. They were there, my family members, looking for that stuff. This is creating, for me, a sense of foreground, and there's really nice contrast back here. Let's just make this like black. Ooh, I kind of like that. And I'm going to put the one in the upper right. So what if we put this fire swamp? Let's just call this a fire swamp. Let's make the path go like this behind this hay. And then maybe I could have some of these trees fade into the darkness, and then I'll have it gradate. I feel like this is too big. I might do another one where maybe I shift it up a little bit, because I do really like the fire swamp. The fire swamp is awesome. I love the RUSs. Like, it's so fake. It's just great. Let's sketch up. This is the path. It's coming out of the fire swamp, but I really like the steps that are in the photo on the lower left in the middle. So I might add these like brick steps, in which case I'll be combining 3 photos. Let me go back to that patch of grass. I think I need to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's pull this out. I don't feel like I have enough space. This lower section will have more detail to pull it forward, and again, to play with atmospheric perspective. Like a big bit of black over here. And then I suppose I'll just have this section transition from the hay stuff into the darkness. So this is just going to be like one big gradient. And that's how I'll blend together those 2 landscapes. There are these like little bushes down here. Maybe I'll put those in. Those might help me as well, just to separate some of the hay. Help me decide. Process of elimination. I don't know, for some reason it's easier that way. I don't like this one because obviously I just copied the photo. I do like number 2. I'll tell you, I don't like number 4. Because I feel like I just put 2 photos side by side. I don't mind number 3, but it's a little bit boring. The space is just here and back here. It's okay, but I'm not thrilled. I think it's between 2 and number 5. These are basically variations on each other. I didn't like number 2 when I did it, but now I sort of like it. I think I like that the hay is gigantic and that the fire swamp is so small. This one, the fire swamp and the hay, that they're a little bit too similar in scale. I think I like number 2.